All right. Hello, friends and followers. Thank you for following me again today. I started an initiative in 2021 where I talked about launching the year of the business owner. So today I have a special guest that I'm bringing on because, gosh, creating a happy and fulfilling life is hard enough, right? Let alone in these uncertain times. So why are people starting online businesses? That's what I started back in January of 2021. I started talking to a lot of people. And over the next, probably a few weeks to a month, I'm going to be talking to more and more people that are online business owners as well as offline business owners. And we're going to get their perspective and kind of their struggles, their pains, their why. Why did they even want to start an online business? And why is now a good time to start? It is a great time to be an online business. So if you're with me here, please say hello and welcome my guest today. I'm bringing on Stewart from California.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, how are you, Stewart? Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, I'm pretty excited to talk to you here. Plus, you're also on the West Coast, just like myself. So it's nice to be on the same time zone. But why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background?
Okay. So my name's Stewart. I'm 53 years old Monday, as a matter of fact. I was born in New York, raised in Argentina. My mom was Italian and Argentine, and my dad was from Spain. My dad had the American dream, always be in the States, and got everything legally done, and we moved out to California. They had me. They moved back to Argentina till I was 5 because my mom missed her family. My dad said, "Hey, we're going back to the States. That's where I wanted to be." So that's what they did. And I thank God they did that every day because I love this country. Basically, I have 2 kids, an 18-year-old son, a 14-year-old daughter. Recently divorced about 9 months now. We were together for 22 years. So I've had a lot of big changes in my life right now. I've been going through a lot of big changes. Been in sales all my life. I don't consider myself like a typical salesperson. I consider myself more of a relationship salesman. I never liked the sticky, car salesman type people. I feel more if you get to know people and talk to them and stuff like that, you're good. You build a relationship and they trust you and you go from there. Been in California pretty much since I was 5 years old. Love California. Love the weather. But yeah, that's basically my story.
Wow, that is awesome. I did not know that about you. That's really awesome. See, I love asking people that question. Tell us a little bit about you. So I did
Well,
not know
this
that.
will trip you out too. Is my first language was Spanish. So when I came to the States when I was 5, even though I was born here, I had to learn how to speak English because they wouldn't let me start first grade till I spoke English. So I had to basically by watching TV and playing with neighborhood kids when we moved out to California. That's how I learned, and that's yeah. I spoke.
Wow, that is
Yeah,
awesome. Well, thank you for
yeah,
sharing that. That's really interesting to talk about kind of the struggles of having to learn a language before you started.
yeah.
I was just going to ask you, you've already been through struggles, obviously, through learning a new language and, of course, going through your divorce. But what kind of struggles were you having before you started an online business? What was life like for you?
So basically, like everybody else, right? We work, we get up, we go to work, we come back and back home and make dinner, hang out with the kids, or you got sports or something like that, or you're coaching, and then basically you're back at it again. And um, I, and I think I'm not different than a lot of people. There's just should be more to life, and it's that paycheck. And I feel like society, especially in the United States, it's you have to work to get that check to pay for the bills, and you don't. The balance of life and work is not good here in this country, I think. uh,
Absolutely.
yeah, you basically work your butt off constantly to pay your mortgage, your car payment, feed your kids, have the extras, also keep the Joneses, which could drive you crazy. uh,
Mhm.
And it's just the regular struggle of everyday life. And I thought there's more to life. And I've tried different things too. I've tried several businesses, bought 6 acres and built 2 custom homes on them, which completely lost because the market, when the houses were done, the market took a dump and I lost it all. We were almost $90,000 in debt. And I had to tell my wife, I go, we can't keep paying 3 mortgages and we can't do this anymore. So we declare bankruptcy too. So I've tried a lot of different things and I will keep trying until I succeed. Sooner or later, something's got to hit, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah. So you got to find, and I think most billionaires and millionaires will tell you they've had tons of things that have not worked.
Mm-hmm.
They found their niche and something happened. So yeah, I'm just sick of getting up and worrying about money or like, sometimes even simple stuff, because you're in sales. So a lot of it's commission. And, hey, can we go out this weekend for a steak dinner or can we plan a vacation this year? And it just gets old after a while. It's draining and it gets old.
Yeah, no, I completely can relate with almost all of that.
Yeah.
Completely, it's a very common the American dream is dying because it's so hard to achieve anymore with just even taxes and cost of living. It's like always just to reach. And there's so many people that want more. They just need a few extra $100. They just be looking for something. But of course, they don't want to go exchange more time for dollars, which is what I did. I went back to work to get a second job and for 6 years. And that was horrible because I didn't see my family. I came home and cried at my kids' bedside because I didn't see them. We also, that would burn me out. It was not recommended to do that. But one thing I can relate with you also is we have done real estate for 20 some years. And I understand we lost our shorts on one of our houses because of the economy. And, just with all of the global situation that happened in 2020, there's a lot of people that were either furloughed, they lost their jobs. There's people who are on the streets, they're homeless, living with other people. There's so much of that going on that so many people can relate to. And right now, people have pivoted, whether they wanted to or not, they've shifted to the online space and they're trying to navigate that. But to do that, it costs tens of thousands of dollars for businesses to take their offline business to an online business.
Yeah.
And so people can't afford that. So they're thinking that is way out of reach.
Right.
Of course, we found out that there's a different way that doesn't cost tens of thousands of dollars.
Right. No, definitely. Yeah. And not to cut you off, I've been going through my struggles still again. I just recently got divorced and it's been 9 months since divorce. And I got laid off in 2019 in like November. November. I got laid off. We went through 3 rounds of layoffs. I was started with a new company and it was it was a startup and I knew there was a chance, things could happen, but there's also, I believed in the product and it was a good chance that it would do really well. It also had to do with, getting rid of plastic and drinking cleaner water and stuff like that. So I thought, hey, it's a healthy base thing. It's something that's getting rid of something for the environment, which I see the beautiful water behind you and I'm like, I want to preserve all that stuff. We got to preserve the ocean and what's going into the ocean and stuff like that. So I went through three rounds of layoffs. I had just moved into my apartment because of the divorce. Got laid off, lost my company car. We had a lease car, so my lease was up. So I turned in the car. So I thought, I would just use the company car because that way, why have another payment, right? Well, my job, so lost the company car. Got laid off, and I'm like, wow, what am I gonna do now? Just recently divorced. Now I have no job and no car. So I decided I'm gonna get rid of the apartment because I'm not gonna be able to make the rent, and I'm not gonna get, I don't want to mess up my credit. I didn't want to look bad, and I believe in paying your bills, even even a friend, you borrow $100 from a friend, I believe you got to pay it back right away, So I moved out, and for the next 8 months, I was sleeping on friends' couches or a spare bedroom and looking for work, and didn't have a car. I had a friend that loaned me a car. I went from house to house. I moved like six or seven times, I think, in like 8, 9 months.
Wow.
And finally the divorce was final, and when COVID hit, so that was another whammy. I couldn't find work. So I'm like, what the heck am I going to do? So I was able to save money while by working odd jobs, construction and stuff like that. And unemployment helped me. And then was able to save some money so I could move into my apartment now and, try to get back on my feet. But, life is expensive, especially in California. So, and this is another thing. Nobody wants to pay you. They want to pay you peanuts to work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another reason I was looking at other businesses, Yeah.
So yeah, that was, you kind of led right into my next question is, why did you start an online business? Obviously,
Right.
The same thing for me is I had a whole series of events that had happened in like over a 10-year period that it just like hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. And finally you have to break. And, I think you've reached that point as well. You had to break. There was good life. There definitely is. So let's not talk about the struggle too much anymore as we wrap up. Let's talk about maybe some of the positives. Like when you started your online business, obviously, it didn't cost tens of thousands of dollars, right? So that's
Right.
nice. We have access to several platforms that we can use. It's all included. We don't have to go through all that behind the scenes training to figure out how to set it all up. It's all world-class training set up for us. So are you open to sharing, maybe what your financial dreams were, or what were you looking for when you started your
Yeah, at
business?
first, because when I first started, I was still married. We had 2 incomes. I was just looking for extra money, to tell you the truth. I go, hey, if I can make, I don't know, $500 to $2,000 extra a month, and we can put it away and we can pay for vacations, all right, we could do that. But my wish list was to hopefully get away from the 9 to 5, and being able to sit on a beach and work from a computer. We went on several vacations that were amazing. Went to the Bahamas and stuff like that. I'm like, God, how awesome would it be just to be able to live here for 5 months or 4 months, and just work from a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I just noticed also that everything was going to online. I noticed that, we're all obviously on Facebook and Instagram and all those things, and you see all the advertisements that there are now.
Mm-hmm.
And people are selling clothes, toys, right? Everything, jewelry, and everything's going to online. And then with COVID hitting, it kind of reinforced it, because you couldn't go to the store or to go buy a shirt, or even if you did, when they opened it up a little bit, they didn't have any product because they were scared of ordering more products. So people are always online ordering. So I think it's definitely the future, and I think it's going that way. It seems that way,
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a great time to be in online business. And, what's really great about you talk about the advertising is advertising doesn't have to be expensive.
Right.
It just takes longer if you don't have
Right.
a big budget, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
We've both been in that situation before, and I can really relate with that. So, I wanted to kind of wrap it up here. We're right about 15 minutes, which is what most of my lives are here. So I wanted just to kind of wrap things up and saying, an overview of it's the year of the business owner. A great time for anybody, all walks of life, social economic status. I have seen people, including, myself, I've mentored people across the world even that have used our system to pull themselves out of poverty. They've done it on small budgets. It took some time. It's not get rich quick, that's for sure.
Right. Right.
And I
Well,
don't want
everything's
that.
work. Everything's work.
Yeah, this is you get taxed on your income. You get your little tax 99 that you have to do. I've seen people literally pull families out of poverty just by taking an hour or two a day, working on their business, which goes with them anywhere. They can do it while they're at their kids' sports events, they're having activities right now, or if they're at home, doing things from home. And it's been really exciting to see people do that and to be able to contribute to their communities, being more involved in their community as well as their children's lives. And there's so many benefits to it that we don't really have enough time to get into. But I did want to bring you on just to talk about, we're real people, real struggles. We've had a lot of similar background, it sounds like, but I think, like you said, it's common in America, at least. We're kind of all similar stories. And there's definitely a way to look at something else that's no risk. There's no risk checking it out. It does not cost tens of thousands of dollars. It's something you can do right now. And I don't know, how long did it take you to get up and running?
Not too long. I mean, I'm not major computer savvy, so it's kind of hard sometimes for me to do stuff. And I remember you and Kim helping me through a lot. Probably a month, maybe, I would say, with all the videos, watching all the videos, and then getting going. Yeah.
I love that about the training, that it's these short little videos you can follow. In fact, you just did a video training recently, and you did it all on your own.
I was very excited, by the way.
I know.
When I texted you, I think I did it myself.
So yeah, it's definitely for people that have any experience with computers. We've got your back. Okay, totally got your back. But that's it. We're gonna just kind of end it right here. I wanted just to let everybody know that just reach out to Stewart or I if you have any questions. Drop your questions here below in the comments also if you'd like. And we'll look forward to talking to you again on the next interview series that I'm doing coming up with my Launching the Year of the Business Owner. Until next time, we'll see you then. Bye-bye. And then stay on with me, Stewart. I'm going to end the broadcast, but you'll still be here.
Okay.